Hello, all of my beautiful Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign friends. My name is LaChan with Power Life Hypnosis, and this is your June 2018 love and romance reading. As always, I would like to say thank you so much to all of those who have thumbs up and liked my videos. Thank you to all of those who have commented and shared my videos. And thank you to all of my old subscribers as well as all of my new subscribers. I appreciate the support from you all very, very much. If you would like to book a private reading with me, you can do so at my website, powerlifehypnosis.com. Also, if you have iPhone or an iPad that is iOS, you can contact me at any time through the Instant Go app. And through the Instant Go app, I do phone readings. You can also text message me at any time, and I do video readings as well. So go ahead and contact me through Instant Go and I will respond within 24 hours. The links to my website as well as my Instant Go, which is www.instantgo.com/powerlifehypnosis, are in the description box below, so you can go ahead and check those out. Also, Aquarius, if you are single and you would like to know who your future long-term romantic partner is, including details such as when you'll meet your partner, where you'll meet your partner, what your partner will look like, how to recognize him or her, as well as align yourself with your future partner and the ideal relationship of your dreams, you can now book a future partner reading with me directly through the description box below. You can also book an extended future partner reading with me through the description box below, which contains a 6 or more card reading in addition to the details about your future partner that will help you align yourself again with your future partner and the relationship of your dreams. So you can go ahead and check out those details again in the description box below. And also in the description box below, you can book a 10, 20, or 30-minute private reading with me. So go ahead and check that out. My lovely water bears, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. If the messages do not resonate with you, go ahead and check out your moon, sun, and rising sign videos. And you can also check out all 3 videos in order to gain a more complete picture of your love and romantic relationships during the month of June 2018. Alrighty, my lovely water bears, let's go ahead and get started on your reading. So for your reading here, I have 3 cards representing the overall energy, and now I have 3 predictions because I have gotten some new cards that I'm excited to be using with you guys. So again, I have 3 predictions here. We're going to go into the overall energy first, and at the end of your reading, I do have some oracle guidance regarding how to best deal with the circumstances that you will face during the month of June. So fair warning, my readings have been a little long lately, so this may be a 2-parter. You're going to know before I do because, you know, you'll know how long this video will be before I will. So isn't that interesting how timing works? Okay, so let's go ahead and get into your reading. Okay, so water bears, for your theme regarding your love life, the 3 cards I have here are forgiving and learning. And it says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in present moments. So you're going to be forgiving, you're going to be learning, and it looks like the theme that you may be learning about during the month of June is codependency. Addictions are affecting your love life. So some of you may have a codependent dynamic with a partner. Some of you may also have a codependent dynamic with a past partner. Maybe you're trying to move out of that, which is leading to this forgiving and learning. So some of you may have been in a codynamic situation with a past partner or with a current partner, however this resonates with you, because again, this is a general reading. And you may be addressing this issue of codependency. It could be an addiction also, for example, to substances. Maybe you were having addiction, your significant other was having an addiction. And the unfortunate thing is, even though, you know, there are times, or even though you know, it's common for people to believe that, you know, no, this substance use, no, this whatever this is, you know, this addiction may not be affecting my romantic relationship. Maybe it's adding a more fun dynamic. But the unfortunate thing is, you know, substances, they do alter our brain chemistry and may cause us to behave in a way that we wouldn't otherwise, or cause us to be more impulsive or anything like that, when otherwise we wouldn't be behaving in a normal way. So these things do affect our love lives. You know, substances, they affect how we relate to other people. They may affect how we interpret things. You know, for example, if someone is more angry, you know, under the influence, they may hear something and interpret it in a different way. So this can be going on, or this could have gone on your behalf or on the behalf of your significant other. So I have here that, again, you may be forgiving this partner. You may be learning about codependency. You may be forgiving yourself for your role in this codependent dynamic as well. So again, this can resonate in different ways because this is a general energy, a general reading, and this is the general energy. So we'll go ahead and see how this plays out as we continue to move forward. So the card on the bottom of the deck was a card of unrequited love. So it could be that some of you may be experiencing a situation where maybe you don't feel the same towards a partner or towards a past partner, and you may not be showing the same amount of love that you did in the past regarding this situation or this person. Or it could be, Aquarius, that, you know, the other person or the other party or whoever you were involved with is not coming forth and showing their love, showing their affection, causing it to be situation where there's some unrequited love. So in one circumstance or the other, either you are on another party's behalf, there is a lack of, you know, showing love, a lack of showing affection and romance and things like that, causing this unrequited love. So there could be unrequited love regarding you and, for example, a past partner because of this codependency theme that we have here. You know, and it's interesting because in codependent dynamics, a lot of times there is a feeling of having unrequited love, or that is often a theme, because oftentimes when we're in a codynamic, you know, a codependent dynamic rather, you know, there are situations, for example, where our partners may try to, you know, get us more connected to them by manipulation. For example, there are times when, you know, we may be experiencing something with a partner, even experiencing, so this can often happen in the beginning of a relationship when the partner is still pursuing you, or, you know, still, you know, the beginning of the relationship, how oftentimes a lot, and especially in like unhealthy or toxic connections or situations with narcissists, which I know some of you may have been dealing with, you know, at the beginning of the relationship, there can be a lot of love, a lot of romance, a lot of affection. And all of a sudden they stop doing that. All of a sudden they stop showing that love and affection, and may be hard to reach for a few days, or maybe unavailable, or just not behaving in the same way they were before, and this happens all of a sudden. Or, you know, this can happen later on in a dynamic as well. For example, you have some kind of disagreement, and all of a sudden the other party wants to stop talking to you, or the other party says they need some space, or the other party may, you know, stop answering their phone or something like that for a couple days. And the reason for people doing this, you know, the reason for doing things such as ghosting, when it's a manipulation tactic, or when, you know, this person has intentions of being with you, or intentions of being in a connection with you, or they care for you, but they are pulling back. And, for example, ghosting, which is, you know, not answering text messages, not replying to emails or phone calls or anything like that. The purpose of that is to, interestingly enough, bring about our fears of abandonment and, you know, fears of rejection. And what happens is it kind of stirs up feelings regarding a primal need that all humans have, to feel loved, to feel recognized, at the very least to feel recognized, acknowledged, to feel important, or, you know, even if not important, to feel acknowledged or recognized. As human beings, we all have that innate need, you know. And unfortunately, also, a lot of us, even if it was not intentional, have experienced issues regarding rejection during childhood. And for those of you who that resonates with, believe it or not, that is actually way more common than we may think, to feel rejection from childhood and have that carry over later on into life, and causing that to, for example, manifest itself through our romantic relationships. It's very interesting how that works. For example, I'll go into this quickly and then we'll move forward with your reading. Often it happens where, again, in childhood, we may feel some kind of feelings of rejection from our parents or from our primary caregivers. And that can result in us, you know, as children, we're not able to process hurt feelings of rejection. You know, for example, if we didn't grow up in a 2-parent home, or this can even be just a parent, no matter what kind of circumstance it is. You know, there again, it's often that we may feel feelings of rejection in some way, shape, or form, that sometimes our parents don't mean to do that. For example, we may be crying or, you know, having some kind of upset moment, and our parent isn't right there to provide us with, you know, whatever it is that we're having a temper tantrum over, or something like that. And that can, again, engender feelings or fear of rejection in us, because as children, we don't have the ability to interpret that situation. We don't have the ability to process what's going on. We don't have the ability to speak up about feeling rejected, or we don't have the ability to say that we don't like the situation. So we internalize that, especially if that happens between the ages of 0 to 8, because that is when we are developing our idea of the world and how we fit in the world. I just saw 1111 on the clock, which stands for spiritual growth, spiritual evolution, ascension, transcendence. So many of you may be experiencing that during the month of June. I just saw 1123 on the clock. So again, transcendence, moving forward, spiritual evolution, you know, being connected to your spirituality. You may have to make some important decision regarding how to move forward, or regarding moving forward in your life. I just saw 1133. So again, that's progression, moving forward. So it looks like spiritual growth may cause you to move forward, go into a new phase, or progress in some kind of way. Again, this 1133 can be spiritual growth leading to transcendence, leading to progression, leading to moving forward in some kind of way. Okay, so back to these cards here. What I was saying was, again, about this rejection. So we may feel rejected by our parents, and this is so common because as children, we are not able to process the emotions we feel and speak up about it or say something about it, and we internalize these feelings instead. So that later manifests itself as, for example, egoism. You know, it's interesting how people who are narcissists, as well as people who are the victim of narcissists, we both, you know, it's like, that's why there's a codependent dynamic, even though a lot of people like to believe that, you know, they're, when they date narcissists, because I know, you know, I know Aquariuses, many of you in the last, for example, 2 years may have been in a connection with a narcissist. I know that I was in connection with an Aquarius narcissist. So this will be like me cross-watching, you know, and I've said this before, not to say that all Aquarius is narcissists, because they're not, you know, this can be, many of you could be dealing with, for example, a Cancer narcissist, because I'm a Cancer, so I've heard that situation as well. So narcissism can be of any sign, so this is not, you know, particularly speaking about you guys. However, that is a situation that I was dealing with, so I can somewhat, you know, see how these things regarding what you guys are experiencing or may experience during these months are playing out because of that experience that I had. It was a significant time ago. However, I do, you know, I can understand what is going on, and I do have some background as to what was going on with you guys over the last, for example, year and a half or 2 years, you know, whatever's going on, because I was in a connection, I was in a relationship with an Aquarius at, you know, some point in the somewhat recent past, so in the last few years. Anyway, these feelings of rejection during childhood can lead to egoism, for example. They can lead to codependency. So they can lead to, you know, people becoming victims of narcissists, or as they call it, targets, or supply, you know, narcissistic supply. That can lead to that. It can lead to drug and alcohol issues, you know, trying to fill the void of that pain or that rejection that was felt during childhood. What else can it lead to? So substance abuse, egoism, codependency. You know, honestly, I can't think of the other things, but I know there are some other things that it can lead to which are unhealthy. So, you know, that's a situation that is going. So, you know, honestly, I don't remember how I started on that. But nevertheless, it could be that, you know, you guys are looking at your circumstances and this codependency that you have experienced or getting into this codependent situation, and it's causing you to forgive, for example, this person. So it could be, for example, just an example, that some of you were in a toxic relationship. You know, you could have been in a toxic relationship. And you could be understanding the situation, the dynamics, your role in the situation, because unfortunately in toxic connections, even though sometimes we may like to think it was the other person, and oftentimes it is the other person, you know, bringing the toxicity to the connection or bringing the challenges to the connection. Nevertheless, we all have a part when we are in toxic relationships, because we are there, you know, we are engaging in this relationship. For example, you may be in a toxic connection with somebody and they want to argue with you, and we are arguing back, you know, and that is what causes a toxic dynamic. That is our part in the situation. So you may be learning about your part in the situation. You may be forgiving yourself for engaging in this relationship, because you may be thinking, you know, I didn't know any better, or, you know, I didn't know when I first got into connection with this person that this is the way that they truly are, because they did not present this to me in the very beginning. When they first came to me, they were a totally different person, and then as soon as our connection got deeper, they ended up showing their true colors and their mask came off. So you can be understanding that and learning that. For some of you, you can be for example, forgiving that person and understanding that, you know, you guys come from the same for example, you know, you may come from the same seed, you know, for example, of that, you know, rejection or however that was causing you to develop either, you know, the egoism, or your partner developed the egoism, or you may have developed codependency or been a narcissistic, you know, a target or supply. And you're learning about that and understanding that, able to see the situation for what it is and forgive the other party because you realize, you know, their circumstances. Or you could be forgiving yourself again for becoming a part of this situation and your role in this situation, understanding that, you know, you didn't know any better. If you know, would have known that this person was like this, maybe when I've got interested, I mean, maybe when I've got involved in this situation, for example. So again, there's forgiving and learning. Some of you could be, for example, researching and looking up what narcissism is. And if any of you are doing so, if that is a thing for some of you, go ahead and check out. I have a playlist of narcissism awareness. And in this playlist, I do have a video in which I explain a lot of the, or explain, I believe 10 signs that you may be dating a narcissist. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check out that video. I have a little cartoon that I did for everyone. So okay, so moving forward, let's see, this unrequited love card. Let me just say the message on the bottom. It says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So either you, Aquarius, or the other individual, you know, it's like there may be attraction, even if it's physical attraction, but maybe there's not enough chemistry to keep this relationship going. So let's move forward into your first prediction here using my new cards here. They're the French Love Oracles. So let's see what we have here. Okay, Aquariuses. Let me start with the cards on the bottom here. So regarding the foundation of this situation, I see that some of you may be taking a chance here in your romantic relationships. However, I do see here, or taking a chance regarding your love life, but I do see here that there is a third-party situation that could be coming up during the month of June, or this could be, you know, the reason. Maybe this, I'm feeling as though for many of this is likely already a theme going on within your romantic connection, because it came up in the bottom position here. These were the cards on the bottom of the deck. So this chance card says, roll the dice. This love is a game of chance. Playing for keeps is anyone's love. luck. So somebody may be playing for keeps during the month of June. So this could be you playing for keeps, or this could also be your significant other that is trying to play for keeps. For example, it could be your significant other, or maybe a past love, or somebody could have been engaged in some infidelity, and they may be attempting to keep you during the month of June. So that could be a situation, or it could be some of you may be taking a chance on, for example, a new lover, causing this triangle between an old lover and a new lover. So that's another option there. But I do see here you taking some chances regarding, again, either a new lover or within this triangle situation, maybe exiting it. However this resonates with you. But I do see here a third party disrupts your love in form of work, family, or distraction. So again, this could be codependency that is affecting your love. This can be addictions. You or your partner, that can be affecting your relationship. It could be another person, could be a lifestyle, anything, work, again, family, or any type of distraction may be going on. So again, you may be involved in a third party situation, or bring a third party into the situation, or the other person that you're involved with may have been involved in, may have had their attention elsewhere, maybe having their attention elsewhere during the month of June. Or it could be that during the month of June, your attention is elsewhere, and in the past, your partner's attention was elsewhere in another person, place, or thing. So that's kind of a message that I just got for some of you, not all of you. So let's see. So I have here on the top of the deck, it looks like, so I have choice, and toxic. Whoops, this toxic card just jumped out of my hand. Some of you guys are like, I want to get the hell out of this toxic situation. It just jumped out of my hand. So I see here that you're making a choice within this toxic connection. So it says choice between two. Your heart already whispers the answer. Listen. So you have a choice between two things. You have a choice between two people. One of these partners may be toxic. You have a choice between two things. It could be to move on, or it could be to stay in a toxic relationship. It could be between, again, a new lover and a toxic lover. But I do see here there's a choice that you have to make. So it can be, again, leaving the situation or staying. It could be a new lover and a toxic lover. But there's some choice during the month of June that you may have to make. You may be thinking about making some type of choice regarding a toxic connection that you have with someone. So for some of you guys, this can be, for example, somebody that you are married to. That's something I just heard, marriage. Okay, so in the center position I have here, fate, together forever. Let me tell you guys the other cards that I have, and then I'll just go into all these together. Message in the house of, or with the clarifier of, snowflake crystal. Passion. Clarifier of caged love. Okay, so guys, so it looks like, let's see, let's go back here. So let's go to this message of snowflake crystal combination here. So this says a message or contact from your love is on its way. So it looks like some of you may be experiencing, or you may be not experiencing, but receiving or even sending an important message. It just says, this does say rather, a message or contact from your love is on the way. So many of you could be receiving a message. Again, others of you could be sending a message, but I do feel as though this is a very significant message that we're going to have here. Perhaps regarding, I'm hearing for some of you, regarding the future of your relationship or the connection. Somebody may be explaining or apologizing. But I do see here that this is a very unique bond, and it is a once-in-a-lifetime bond. So, you know, because this is a once-in-a-lifetime bond doesn't mean that it's something that has to go on forever. If this is a toxic connection, which I do have that toxic card and this triangle card, if this is a toxic connection, you know, it could be that this love, unique as it is once in a lifetime, because, you know, it could have been that you have good time, you've had good times with this person. It could be that this relationship is meant to teach you something, to move you forward in some kind of way, shape, or form, because, you know, people are not always meant to be in our lives forever. You know, sometimes our soul contracts can end. So we may have a bond with somebody. This bond can happen and this bond can be solid for a number of years. However, you know, when the soul contract ends, the soul contract ends. So soul contracts end when there are no more lessons for us to learn within a romantic connection. So it could be for some of you that there are no more lessons to learn in this connection. If so, you know your soul contract is ended and it's time for you to move on and carry those lessons that you learned in this connection moving forward into new relationships. You know, whatever it is, again, we have this forgiveness and learning. So if you maybe learn about your patterns of codependency, or you may have learned about, you know, what caused this unhealthy situation to happen, this toxic situation to happen, you know, however that is, you could be moving forward in order to, for example, become a connection with, you know, your true love or your divine mate. A little spoiler alert with the third prediction here, I do see here some challenges that have happened in the past, but I do see some really good energy moving forward. So, and a change in this energy moving forward. So make sure to stay tuned for the, you know, the whole predictions of the whole reading, because again, I do see here something wonderful coming at the end of June. But let's go ahead and continue this situation. So again, I do see here some moving forward in energy and from some challenges into something better. So I see here again, okay, so in the center, I have read Together Forever and then Fate. So it looks like whatever you are experiencing, or it could be just this relationship in general. This says fate is guiding and helping your love connection. Love is with you. So it could be that the situation was fated in order to help you learn lessons, in order to bring something to the surface for you to heal and clear. I just saw 25:51 on the clock. So you may be making some big decision. You may be seeking balance. There may be a choice that you have to make regarding some changes in your romantic relationships. That may be a theme. There may again be some changes, and this is going to engender a new beginning for you in your love life. So again, this situation, you know, however it is, or it could be this relationship in general, it looks like there is fate here. And again, these circumstances may be happening in order to help you move forward, learn, grow in some way, in order to, for example, connect with your divine mate on the other side of this energy here, and have a happy, healthy relationship with them. You know, I have here Together Forever. This love will continue always and forever. So it could be that you still have feelings for this person. Maybe this person still has feelings for you. Maybe this person always will have feelings for you, even though there was a toxic connection. You know, maybe you will always have feelings for this person. But again, I do see here some challenging energy. So again, even though we may have love for another individual, sometimes it's not always best for, you know, two parties to be together. Even if there's love there, you can be in love with somebody, you can care for somebody, but sometimes it's just not right for us to be together with that person at that time, because there may be other things in life that need more focus or need more attention, or other things in life that we have to do. You know, we all go on different paths. We all do things in different ways. We are all on our own path and our own journeys between us and our own higher powers. So it could be that even though we love somebody, you know, we're on our own path once again, and everybody else, you know, even if you have a toxic relationship with somebody, or, you know, however this resonates, that other party is, you know, going through their own journey with their higher power. Even if, you know, even if they're toxic, or, you know, may not be very connected to their higher power, they're going through their own journeys. And that is something that we have to recognize. You know, it's like allowing love to be, you know, free, and, you know, just having love, but not having expectations, you know, or not, what is it? Expectations. So love is best when there are no expectations, and, no, what is it? I can't think of the word for some reason, but it's expectations as well as possession. You know, it's possession. You know, we don't have possession over another person because we realize that that person is on their own journey between them and their higher power. It's like this song by Keith Urban. I love this song. I haven't heard it in a while, so I can't remember the name of it. But in this song, what he's talking about is, you know, his partner, and he's saying, what's the name of the song? I can't remember, but he's saying, you know, if there are things that you need to learn, you know, if there's things that you need to do, and I'm getting chills as I say this, if there are things that you need to learn, lessons that you need to learn, experiences that you need to have in your life, go do that. Be free and experience those things. And because I love you, I am right here, and I will be here when you get back, if you get back. But because I love you, live your life as you want to live it. Have happiness. Do what it is that you want. Live the most fulfilling life that you can. And regardless of what you are doing, where you are, I will always be here. I love you. And, you know, when you want to come back, if you want to come back, I will be here. You know, if you find somebody else, I hope that he loves you as much as I do and can treat you as well as I can. So that you know, that's the theme of the song there. So love is best without expectations of, you know, what others are doing or what others should do for us, because that can lead to disappointment. Expectations is what leads to disappointment, again, or possession of another individual. You know, you just hold unconditional love. But it looks like fate is guiding and helping your love connection, regardless of this is in your love life in general, moving forward past somebody, or if this is in a connection with a particular individual. And it says that, again, this love will continue and last forever. So it could be that the lessons remain together. I mean, the lessons remain, and you know, what you learn stays with you. I know that's what happened with me with the Aquarius that I was connected to, even though there was a toxic connection between us. You know, the lessons that I learned, the growth that I experienced will never be taken away from me, and that will be with me forever, you know. So it could be something like that. And then I have here again the Passion card and the Cage Love card. So this Passion card is saying passion and fireworks still sparks in your love life. So again, there's still passion, you know, there's still positive energy that is available for you in the month of June within your love life. And I have here also Cage Love. This love is an illusion, a trap. Give this love wings to fly. So some of you, again, we have this toxic connection card, this triangle card. We have here, this love is an illusion, a trap. Give this love wings to fly. So some of you, again, are in a toxic connection where you may need to fly away from this situation. It may be best and it may behoove you to move forward out of this situation in order to attain a more happy, healthy, you know, fulfilling connection with another individual. You know, if you're not experiencing what you want, if you're not experiencing happiness, love, fulfillment with somebody, the beautiful thing is there are billions and billions of people in the world, and there is somebody else who wants to give you the love, who wants to give you the fulfillment, who wants to give you what it is that you deserve and what it is that you want and what it is that is your birthright regarding romantic relationships. So, all right, those are what I have for you for your first little prediction here. Let me see where to put these cards. So sorry about that. I accidentally stopped your video as I was putting my cards out. So let's go ahead and move forward into your second prediction, water bearers. Okay, so for your second prediction, I have here the Storks card. This is with my Lenormand deck. I have the Storks, the Bear, the Letter. So again, we have this theme of messages here. So it looks like during the month of June, it looks like there may be some message that will be very important or very significant, you know, may have a significant impact on your romantic relationships, you know, however that works out for you. But again, I do see here a very strong theme of some kind of message, some kind of written word that may be very important. The Letter card deals with, again, written word, messages. This is, again, this can be text messages, this can be emails, messages over an app, you know, written word, carrier pigeon, you know, singing telegram, whatever it is, it's going to be some kind of written word. 1111, I'm sorry, 111 on the clock. Again, speaking of a lot of spiritual healing and evolution and transcendence for you guys. So it looks like that may be a theme for you as well during the month of June. On the top of the deck, I have here, so my bestie right here, Suge. So this is a Sun card, and this is in the house of the, I'm sorry, actually it was a Tower card in the house of the Sun. So we have here the Tower card here, again in the house of the Sun. At the bottom of the deck, I have here three cards: Coffin, Scythe, Ship. I was just guided to pull these three cards. So again, on the bottom of the deck, Coffin, Scythe, Ship. All right, so taking these three cards together, let's see where to start here. So let's go to the foundation of what's on the bottom of the deck first, these three cards here. So I can clearly see from this situation here, it looks like there will be some kind of ending that will occur, because both of these cards, actually all three of these cards, when it comes to romantic relationships, especially the first two, can speak of an ending. So this Coffin card speaks of, again, this is an ending, a death to a situation, you know. As you can see on my card here, there's a coffin, you know, and there's an angel sobbing over it, you know. So there's a death to a situation, there's an ending to a situation, something like that. I just saw here, this is also the Nine of Pentacles. So that card is a card of in the tarot deck being, you know, happily single. This is a card of you know, building up your lot, so to speak, when it comes to finances, or when it comes to material things. But in general, when it comes to relationships, this can stand for, again, somebody who is happily single. So you may become happily single during the month of June. So I see here again an ending. And then we have this Scythe card, and this is another card of ending. So this is a card of something coming to a swift and sudden ending, or a quick and, you know, a painful ending. But this can be, again, a quick ending to a situation. It's a scythe, something is suddenly cut, you know, and there could be a reaping of. So I see there's a cut causing an ending. There's a reaping of moving forward. You know, something's cut, something's being reaped. So there's moving forward, you know, moving on, moving into new situations. The ship is sailing from this situation. You're moving forward during this situation. So it looks like that is what's going on, you know, the foundation to this circumstance. So I see here that let's see. So again, I have here some isolation, some separation. Somebody may be spending some time alone. Nevertheless, it looks like this may be for the better. You know, this is a positive situation going on here with this Sun card. Some of you could be in isolation from a narcissist, because the Sun card on the negative side can mean somebody who may be a narcissist, you know, somebody who may be vain, somebody who may be brass. But I do see here, you know, somebody may be really into themselves. This is also a lot of ego going on here, because this Tower card could stand for, you know, a high ego, a lot of ego, and then so can this Sun card in the negative sense. So some of you may be dealing with somebody who has a strong ego or too much ego, which can be narcissism, you know, which can be sociopathy or something like that. So again, I'm seeing here a situation where somebody's moving on. The ship is sailing in a situation. There's a cut to a situation. There's an ending here. It looks like maybe for some of you, let's see. Yeah, I just see moving forward. Okay, so again, some of you may be in isolation. Either you could be separated or in isolation from a narcissist, or some of you could be again, in isolation, is separated from somebody, and this is a very happy situation for you. You feel good being in separation from this person. For others of you, it may be that you cut a relationship with somebody else. You move forward, for example, to the arms of somebody else. And you may make a connection official during the month of June, because this is a card of, you know, big things being official, things, you're taking a step and you're making a relationship official. That's what I'm trying to say. Making a relationship official, which can bring a lot of happiness and joy to you during the month of June. So I see here again, somebody's flying away. Somebody wants to be a bird. Somebody wants to fly away from a situation where they may be feeling like their partner may be overprotective or possessive. Again, possession. You know, somebody may be overly possessive. Somebody may be overbearing. This card has come up for me regarding that narcissist that I spoke of earlier. So again, I have two cards here, you know, three cards about, you know, know, high egoism, too much egoism. But again, some of you could be flying away, moving away from, you know, a relationship where you may feel like this person is overbearing, this person is overly possessive, you know, overly dominating in a negative way. And it looks like this need to fly away, this may be expressed through text messages. This may be expressed through text messages. Regarding physical appearances, some of you may be dealing with somebody who may be, or this could be you even, somebody with long legs. This could be somebody tall with long legs. You know, this is somebody who may be graceful in their appearance with this stork card. Again, somebody with long legs, or this could be you. And then we have somebody also here who could be, you know, sturdy in their body shape. You know, they could be curvy, they could be large. This card deals with diet, with dieting. So this could be somebody who is curvy. Again, this can also be somebody who has facial hair, for example. So this could be somebody, again, with facial hair, who may have a sturdy build, a strong build, somebody who appears strong or something like that. For some of you, this may be somebody who may be thin or maybe frail or something like that with long legs. Or again, this could be somewhat of your physical features as well. But that is what I see here. So some of you may be dealing with somebody who's of a different culture, race or ethnicity than you are. I do see here somebody who may be tall and thin, again, with this Tower card. So I see that. Let's see, there may be somebody with some kind of light coloring about them. For example, lush hair, or, you know, a lot of hair, or maybe light coloring in some way. Again, maybe freckles. Let's see, again, somebody who's thin. You may also be dealing with somebody who, some of you may be dealing with somebody who is more pale, or this could be somebody with, for example, a chiseled jaw. It's like, that makes me think of like Angelina Jolie, you know, a very like pronounced jaw. So, you know, somebody with very pronounced, like those square features, or, you know, a square jaw or very pronounced jaw, or something like that. This could be somebody also who has dark eyes, or this could be somebody who has deep set eyes as well. So this is a general reading, so not all these details are going to resonate with all of you, but for some of you, you know, these are going to be some details that resonate with you. If you do want to know the physical details about your, you know, your partner who you're going to be with for a long time, or your divine mate, you know, your future partner, go ahead and book a future partner reading with me, and I can go ahead and tell you, you know, the exact description of this person, what this person will look like, how to recognize that person, again, through their personality, exactly where you're going to meet this person with, you know, a lot of details, the exact location, as well as exactly when. You know, I can let you guys know all that if you are interested in knowing, even if you are dating somebody, you know, and you want to see if this is a person who you may be with, you know, that's a good way to check that as well, because I'll give you the details. You can compare those, and you know, compare those against the people whoever you're dealing with, or whoever you think may be your partner. Okay, so again, I do see here, you know, again, an ending moving forward, maybe because of some egoism. It may be, you know, there may be some separation. That may be a good, you know, a good thing that comes to you. Again, I see somebody wanting to fly away because of somebody being overbearing. This may come through a message. Some of you may be leaving, for example, a mother. So some of you may have, if you're a male, you may have children with another individual, and you may be leaving this relationship. I do see here some positive changes that could be coming for many of you, because this is also a card of improvements, positive changes coming. So there may be, again, some improvements and some positive changes that occur in this strong bond. So for some of you, it could be a nurturing bond, a strong bond. Some of you could be with a father figure. So, you know, there could be some improvements that come to this situation. And again, these are going to occur through text messages, something like that. Some of you could be experiencing some improvements within a connection with somebody who, again, has a strong body, who may have curves, who may be large, who may have facial hair and things like that. And this is going to occur through text messages, but look out for those messages, because whatever, you know, written word will be sent, received, exchanged between you and another person will have some significance, will be of significance to you in some way during the month of June. Moving forward, let's go ahead and go into your third prediction. And because this is a long long reading. I will make this 2 different readings here. So there will be a part 2 to this reading, so make sure to check that out if you would like to know how to best navigate this energy, and it will have additional messages regarding your love situation as well. So go ahead and check out that part 2 following this 3rd prediction. I'm going to go ahead and do that right after I do this. Okay, so regarding your 3rd prediction, water bears, what I have here is I'm using my prediction cards here, and as you can see on the bottom of the deck, there is a theme of, once again, these were the cards on the bottom of both the deck for the theme and my 2nd prediction, unrequited love, right there. So again, I do see here this being a very strong theme for you guys. Again, some unrequited love here. So as I was shuffling the deck, there were cards that were popping out like popcorn here. You know, they were just flying out of the deck. So the cards that I have here that came out of the deck, let's see. So I have a situation here where there may have been, or there may be some small setbacks regarding a connection that you have with somebody who you may feel as though is your true love. I do have the twin flame card here. So some of you may be dealing with a twin flame. Others of you are dealing with just a very strong romantic connection, a deep romantic connection. Again, some of you may have families with this person. You know, it may be single. You know, there may be a mother here in this situation again, or this card could represent somebody who is you know, fatherly, but this is usually a card I represent with a mother. But I do have here a very significant relationship, 1313 on the clock, new beginnings, again regarding progression, moving forward in your love life, and that energy is very strong. So it looks like with this twin love, or with this divine, with this partner, with the significant partner, there were some challenges because all was not as it seemed in this situation, and it looks like there may have been some control and manipulation bringing these challenges, and that is why things were not all as they seemed. There may have been, again, some control and manipulation, and it's very easy, you know, when we are being manipulated in that moment, not to catch it. You know, it's so common and it's so easy to not catch. You know, if you're dealing with somebody who knows what they're doing, they've done it many times before, you know, this is something that's common to them. For example, if they, you know, are somebody who deals with egoism, you know, they know how to control, they know how to manipulate. Some people just are good at that, and that is what they do, and that's all they know how to do because of their upbringing, just like we're speaking of, you know, because of their programming from the ages of 0 to 8. They learn that in order to get their needs met, you know, they have to manipulate, because they, for example, they believe, or they have the processing, you know, they have the programming rather, that they cannot attain, acquire, achieve healthy love in you know, just a normal way by being themselves. They have to manipulate in order to, you know, have a partner. They have to manipulate in order to have somebody connected to them, because they may feel as though they're not good enough for a relationship in any other way, you know, or good enough, you know, to develop a happy, healthy connection. They may believe that if they try to do that, you know, the other party, that the romantic interest that they have will not be interested in them, because they have a internal belief that they're not good enough, they're not worthy. So they may control and manipulate in order to you know, have romantic relationships. And that's what people do when they have that egoism problem, or when they, you know, are like that. They have to control, they have to manipulate, because otherwise, you know, it's like they will not have a relationship if they do not appear to be, you know, all good and peaches and cream, and, you know, the greatest thing ever since sliced bread in the first part of the relationship. And then, you know, once they get into the connection, then they switch it up on you. For some people, that's all they know how to do. You know, that's all they can do, which is unfortunate. Honestly, it's very unfortunate when people are in that type of situation, because they don't know the pleasure of having just a real, authentic, you know, transparent, like easygoing, laid back relationship. All they can have is toxicity, because that's all they know. You know, it could be from growing up. It could be, you know, whatever it is, but that's all they know. And it is really unfortunate when that happens. It doesn't excuse the effects that occur, you know, but again, it's like, that's unfortunate, you know, because we tend to move on, especially if you're in a relationship with somebody toxic. You know, it's like the other party moves on, the target moves on, the supply moves on, and we move on to happy, healthy relationships, because we've learned, because we've grown, because we forgave, and we learned, and we grew out of our codependency. You know, and I know because I've been there. You know, it's like we grow, we learn, we evolve out of our codependency while the other party is still stuck in the same place, and that's all they will experience because they're not in a place where they can evolve out of that. So that kind of sucks for those individuals, but you know, all we can do is move on with our lives, because again, we are on our own journey and our own path between us and our own higher powers. And if somebody is not doing what they need to do or not getting it right, you know, they'll get the chance to do that again in other lifetimes, you know, where they can go ahead and clear up that karmic debt that they've acquired, or you know, whatever. The interesting thing is, you know, it's like when people when they have negative energy in their lives, or when, for example, they do something very wrong in their lives, you know, and hurt others and causes negative energy. The interesting thing is when, you know, we pass away in our physical bodies and we go into the spirit world, and it's time for us to reincarnate, you know, a lot of the time, for example, if there was a man who hurt women, you know, but this can be any way. It could be a woman who hurt men. But you know, it's interesting because it's like, say there's a woman who caused a lot of damage and heart, you know, and heartache, or you know, just some bad energy towards women. Oftentimes they will choose to reincarnate as a woman to see, you know, those experiences, or to repent, or to, you know, clear the karma that they had from that life. So you know, it's like people go through these experiences, and it's unfortunate, but you know, it you know, in time and after generations, after, you know, reincarnations, they make up that energy. But you know, it's like, that's just what some people have to go through. But all we can do is control our own lives and control our own, you know, destinies and what we do in any given moment. So it looks like there may be some disappointment that occurs from this situation here. So let's see all these other cards that pop out. I tell you, I just cards being like, whoo, just popping out here. So I see that some of you are dealing with a past love. There may be some hurt feelings in this situation between you and this past love. There's a soulmate here who may be left in the cold, but it looks like everything will be well in this situation. Moving forward, let's go into your prediction. So for your third prediction, I see here where a situation where you, Aquarius, may have been thinking about maybe acquiring a new lover, or you may be thinking about a lover, or maybe this is a lover that you have acquired within the last year or so, you know, a new lover, because I have you thinking about a new lover. And it may be that for a period of time you may have not made a decision. You may have, you know, maybe thinking about it, but holding on to these thoughts and not really moving forward and not making a decision, just kind of staying in the situation, even though there was some dishonesty and deception in this situation. So in the distant past, in the past, I do see a situation where you, Aquarius, were involved in a relationship again where there was some dishonesty and there was some deception, but it may have been that some of you may not have made the choice to move forward. You may have just stayed in this situation and thought about what it is that you wanted to do. But I see here that many of you may have decided to attain and decided to achieve and go after, you know, and attain self-love. So self-love looks like it could have been a theme in the past. So if you know that there was dishonesty and deception, or control and manipulation in this situation, which I do see here coming up, you know, and we had that in the past predictions. We have that all over this reading. Some of you could have recognized that there was dishonesty and deception here. So you could have said, you know what, I don't like those apples. Like this relationship, this situation is not for me. So let me move forward and let me work on attaining and increasing my own self-love. And maybe that way I can have healthy relationships in the future, but let me work on this. So some of you were going after and attempting to attain and achieve self-love here. You may have been doing this in secret. So maybe you were with a partner and you were not expressing this to them. For some of you, you may not have been expressing that you were actually trying to attain self-love, you know, so that will require, you know, kind of again, forgiving and learning about the situation, learning how to attain self-love, learning how to cultivate and increase your self-love. So it looks like, again, there could have been you may have been doing this in secret, trying to attain self-love. So maybe distancing yourself from somebody. That can be where this unrequited love came from, or even this isolation, maybe where that came from, or even this moving forward, or even this cutting of the connection, or you know, the ending, however that is. But it looks like, again, you may have been trying to go after self-love and attain self-love. You may have been keeping a secret from somebody, or this could just be something that you were not sharing with this person, even though you were in a connection with this person. So you may have been taking the time to mature, taking the time to evolve. This is especially if you are a female, but this could be, you know, it could be you, a male, dealing with this female. This female could have been going through this, you know, you could have been a male dealing, or, you know, anybody of, you know, you could be a woman who dates other women dealing with this. But I do see here an older or more mature female. So some of you are dealing with an older or more mature female. Some of you were this individual. So if you were this individual, it looks like you received, or you may have had a change of direction in this romantic relationship. I see a lot of changes here. So I see a change of direction. There was a change of mind. There was a change of heart. There was a change of perspective within this situation as well. Or actually, rather, the change in mind or heart or perspective is actually coming up in the future. But I do see here a change of direction here within this romantic situation. So it could have been a change in direction from moving forward from dishonesty. You know, you could have been spending time thinking about that, what to do, what do I do? And you could have said, you know what, actually I just saw 2229 rather on the clock. So decisions, balance, again, choices to end something here for some divine healing. So you could have been this older or more mature female. There could have been, you know, you could have achieved a change in direction in this situation because you were seeking and searching for and wanting self-love. I do see here love and happiness regarding this older or more mature female. So you could have been in secret having love and happiness because there was a change of direction from this situation. Maybe you actually scratch that thought. Okay, so it could be that you were experiencing love and happiness with this female. You know, you could be this female again, achieving this or experiencing this because of this change of direction with somebody who you could have been again in love with. So I see here there may be somebody who you are in love with, but I do see here a third party situation. Somebody's playing games. So it could be that you are involved in a third party situation. You may be playing games with a past love. You could be playing games with a new lover. And I do see here it's either you playing games or somebody is playing games in order to attain fulfillment. So, you know, if you're the one that's ghosting somebody or not talking to somebody, you know, I wouldn't recommend that, you know, because again, that is a manipulation trick in order to bring about our need to feel important and recognized as human beings, and you know, and bring up issues regarding our human, you know, our common issues of abandonment. And that's not something that's fair. However, I do see here that somebody, so it could be a third party in this situation who's playing games. You could be playing games with your new lover, with a past lover, or the other parties, one of the other parties, a new lover or past lover could be playing games. Somebody's playing games in order to attain fulfillment in this situation. Or it could be that you are playing games within this third party situation. So you may have another love interest, and this playing games with somebody could be a new lover, playing games with a past lover, playing games with a soulmate may bring you fulfillment because it looks like you may be isolating yourself at this present moment from a toxic connection. So it could have been that you were with somebody and you are now separated from somebody. You isolated yourself again, which is also this card, Chia. So you could be again isolating yourself from this person, from this toxic connection. Could be because of games or something like that. But it looks like, you know, whatever this is, you are achieving fulfillment in this situation because again, you could be stepping out of the situation, isolating yourself from this toxic energy. So moving forward on the other side of this energy, this is either going to be in the first part of the month, or this can be on the other side of this whenever you are watching this, because you know this is a general reading and you all are going to watch this at different times. Let's see here that moving forward past whatever you are going through right now, or past this isolation from this toxic situation, or past these games, you know, regarding this third party situation, I do see here again a change of mind or a change of heart, a change of perspective. So there was a change in direction with this love, you know, and now there's going to be moving forward a change of mind or change of heart, which may lead to somebody ghosting somebody, or which may, or maybe a change of mind, a change of heart regarding somebody who has been ghosted, or you know, somebody who you may not be in connection with. You may have ghosted this person, this other person may have ghosted you, but it looks like you're going to be releasing this situation, Aquarius, during the month of June. So it could be again during the first half of June, or if you are watching this, you know, in June, just on the other side of this energy, it looks like there's going to be some kind of change of mind regarding either this person who's been ghosted, or you may have a change of mind or change of heart, change of perspective within this situation. Again, possibly because of this giving and learning, calling you to release this connection that you were in, and it's going to again bring success and bring happiness to this situation. So I see here a situation moving on the other side of this energy. So this can be at the very end of the month, or just on the other side of this energy where you are releasing this person or this person is releasing you. I see here that again you may be learning about what it is to feel loved. You may be learning about what your ideal of love is, or you know, what you really want from your relationships. Or it could be that this person at one point was your ideal love, but you may be learning about something so, you know, you may be learning something about this person, or learning about what your ideal of love is, or something like that. But I do see here that yes, your wishes will be granted, and you will be experiencing some positive, some happy energy in the month of June, at the ending portion of June, because of some surprise events that happen. So surprise, something wonderful is going to happen where it looks like you're going to experience a good connection with somebody who could be a karmic partner. So this could be this other person I was speaking of, because again, this is a general reading. But for many of you, I feel as though this is a new lover here, because again, we have this third party situation. We have this past love. We have a new lover. We have a soulmate here. We have a good connection with this karmic partner here. So again, it could be that some of you are with somebody, or you have been with somebody, and there was some toxic energy here. You may be moving forward after learning these lessons, after experiencing this unrequited love. You're looking for self-love. You're looking for fulfillment in your romantic relationships. And there's going to be a karmic partner who may be somebody new who comes into your life, or this can be somebody who you already know. But it looks like you're going to be developing a good connection with this other individual during the ending portion of June. So, all right, my lovely water bearers, let's see here. So I do have your guidance here, and it looks like your guidance really goes in accordance with you know, these cards here. So it looks like you're going to be letting others know who you are, experiencing new love. You're being called to do something different. It looks like there's a lot of good energy here, but there is a warning. But it looks like, you know, these challenges may be of benefit to you. So if you are interested in, you know, the rest of the messages, if you want to know the rest of the messages, because again, I do have a full, you know, here a reading for you guys here. So the other part of the message is the guidance, how to move forward with this energy, how to have the best outcomes here. And again, other messages that you will be experiencing in your love life during the month of June. Go ahead and check out the part 2 to this video, which I will be doing right now. So it will be posted on the other side of this video. Go ahead and check that out. Thank you so much for watching this prediction section of the video. Please thumbs up and like this reading if the messages resonate with you. Comment, share, subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. I love you all, my water bears. Again, go ahead and click on the or check out the second parts of this reading, which will be in the description box below as well. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do so at my website, PowerLifeHypnosis.com. You can also contact me through the Instant Go app, www.instantgo.com/PowerLifeHypnosis. Again, thumbs up and like this video if the messages resonate with you. Thumbs up, like, share, and please subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. I love you all, and I will see you here on the other side of this reading. Mwah. Bye, water bears.